What do we got here? I got wings. I got wings. Hey, everybody. I know you don't care about my wings, but it's like, wait, what's going on? How are you? Sissy Catherine, I've mistresses, and Amy. How you doing there? My fish, how you doing? Doing good? Everybody ready to go home? Are we good? Is it really? No, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. I think that it might overwhelm you just a tad. But let's see. Now, everything happens really fast. You notice? What happened? Okay. Well, it's 77 now. I like those numbers. 85. Okay. Yeah, that was our high today. 90 yesterday. I think we're going to be 90 tomorrow. That's quite a switch from the freeze that we had the other day, wasn't it? Crazy. I know. Well, it's 77 out, but it's kind of like humid. Can't you see the hair? The hair's like poofed out for some reason. So, hey, saved by God's grace. Howdy. Yeah, you don't have to announce yourself. We all know who you are. This is Sister Shirley, y'all. Say hi to Shirley. She's from Jersey. Good to see you, sister, and I'm glad you could make it. Hope you all have your elements. Brother Tim should be showing up pretty soon. He happened to catch I put it in the community. He happened to catch the micro ball ping pong on his early shift today on the way home. So I posted that. He shared it with me. I wasn't up that early. And it didn't look like that last night. So I was out there watching. It was so nice. It's 45. Oh my, maybe we sent you what we had last week. I know Sister Catherine sends me a lot of stuff this way. Pretty in pink. Am I in pink? I don't know. I think I'm in all kinds of florals, orange, and I don't know. I don't know what color I am tonight. It's like, I'm out there playing in the garden, frying, literally frying. And it's like the next thing I know, the wind picks up. Oh my. And that's when the rain came. Kind of like sounds Noah's Ark kind of thing, right? Yeah. And we were freezing last week, right? Oh, wow. I mean, my goodness, my window's over there. And I sat here during a live and my feet were cold. I should have prepared by making sure I had a blanket nearby or something, right? And so I gave up on the bed. It's like, I make the bed and then Dora decides she has my fan's on too. So I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like it. She has to go underneath the blankie sometimes and or sprawl across the whole side of the bed so I get that much room. Oh, they're so funny. I gotta love it. You gotta find your joy, y'all. You know? Like in that little squirrel that shows up every time I open the door, first thing in the morning. That little guy sitting right there looking at me. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I better be prepared. And then when I'm playing in the garden, they come and hide underneath the rose bush, because kind of like camouflage themselves in there. They peek out at me. Like, okay. Luckily, I just happen to have a nut in my pocket, right? Or one nearby. I gotta have nuts with me no matter where I go. Oh, and just a really cool. I started this in a video the other night and I didn't finish it. That robins, I know. I've been looking for that robin egg because I swear, I've told y'all before, I've got the biggest robin I've ever seen in my whole life. And it's been kind of like hanging and just like watching me kind of thing, you know? I notice those things. I don't know. Loco. It can be sometimes, right? It came from birth. That's right. I know exactly, Amy. He's like, great. What's going on? I thought it was a little girl, except for um, a sister shared that. And that's the one that was like beat up by her brothers and sisters or whoever and came here for help. So it was on death's bed when it came here. So thank God it found me. And I'm blessed to be governing over him. All right. But yeah, he just walks right in, makes himself at home, walks in the middle of the living room, climbs my indoor plant. I'm like, oh my goodness. The girls are on the couch with me and they just sit there and watch the stuff go on. You know, they're used to it. Like, okay, we're gonna have squirrels move in now, right? Oh, but wouldn't that be cool? So yeah, that's it, Amy. I'll have to remind myself of that. But that makes me laugh. That brings me joy. First thing in the morning, coffee's making, and I grab my cup of seeds and nuts, or my seeds and corn, and of course a few nuts in my hand, because I know somebody's out there. Right? There's usually more than one, but he's the one that starts it. I haven't named him yet. Crazy. So, anyways, that robin, that's the biggest robin I've ever seen, ever. And it kind of like watches me. I'm like, okay, is he skeptical of me? I'm not quite sure, you know, but I noticed like the cardinal comes in different times and stuff. And um, again, another one of those pow against the window things. And I'm like, oh, you know, how many, mourning doves have I rescued, right? And even a cardinal uh, from missing, anyways, hitting the house, right? Hitting the window back there. So I didn't see it when I went out looking for it, but I knew it slammed hard, whatever, and I knew it was a bird. I did expect a mourning dove, so I was out there digging and, you know, along the house and looking for it. Well, I didn't see it, but Dora did. She sees everything. So next thing I know, I turn around and she's got it in her mouth and she dropped it in front of me. And I'm like, oh. Well, she was just trying to help, you know. She was like saying, here, mom, here it is. Oh no. Anyways, I thought she had heard it, but anyways, I got them in the house and I came in and I just happened to have a towel sitting right there. I went and I scooped it up. Um, I don't know if it's a male or female. I didn't have time or thought of examining it for its gender. Well, anyways, oh, the poor thing. I sat there and I put it on the table in the backyard. And I'm like stroking it, you know, stroking his chest and telling him he's going to be okay. And Jesus got this. And Jesus loves the little birdies. And he's special, so handsome, so beautiful. And he's letting me pet him. I could see where his noggin was, you know, a little messed up, figuring he had a concussion. Oh my, oh my God, Lord Jesus, help this poor robin, right? The word says that not a sparrow will fall without him knowing it. All right, so probably maybe 10 minutes later, I kind of looked outside and he had moved from the towel to the edge of the table. I'm thinking, yay. That's a good sign right there, right? That's a good sign. So then when I went out there after that, I talked to it for a few minutes, and then he ended up flying over by the fence, and he just kind of sat there for a while. I kind of watched and made sure that none of the other critters were. Now, blue jays can be pretty mean, but they're hilarious. They're my thieves of the day. They're not the thief of the night. Oh, they're funny. They're always noisy coming in for a landing, trying to steal a squirrel's nuts right before a squirrel can get to it. It's a game, but whatever. They do eat nuts anyway, so um, making sure it wasn't getting picked on, and it sat there by the crepe myrtle for a while. Then the next thing I knew, it flew away. I'm like, oh Lord, I pray that this is okay. And sure enough, he showed up yesterday. Uh, Made his appearance, let me know it was okay, and he's been hanging out in the yard. In fact, he was out there right before dark tonight, showing himself off. I think it's a male, they're brighter, but I do expect a robin's egg is blue, and I had a blue eggshell a couple years ago on my table, so I know there's a robin's nest around here somewhere. Cardinal's nest. I know where all the squirrels' nests are. They come from running. The word's out. The neighborhood says, hey, follow me. There's nuts at Debbie's house, right? And come over here. I think I had a new batch this afternoon, but still my familiar ones. So that's pretty cool. It's exciting. It's occupying. It's finding joy in life, occupying. And darn, that rose bush. Amy, you gotta see it. Okay, this is the third year with that rose bush. It took up the whole garden. I didn't know it was going to get that big. It's so many blossoms. Minister to the frost. My, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all the pretty blossoms. I got one the first year. I only got a couple last year that didn't look very stunning. But the elements haven't been very nice either, right? So, yeah, and then, of course, y'all did see my short that I made about the how you take a cherry tomato. Hey, the Bubba News, you've been finding turtles in the road. Aww, aww, there you go. I used to do that too. I picked them up, put them on the other side of the road. Help them cross the road. How nice. You bring them home, put them in the pond. Aw, oh sweet, Bubba. A lot of turtles. Oh, there's ponds everywhere, right? Well, the rain that you've had up there, they're all coming out early this year, right? I had one so big when I lived in Fort Worth, there was no way I could pick that thing up and get it on the other side of the road. I had to have a small child get out of the car and help me. And it was a snapping turtle, yeah. Even little crocodiles and stuff like that, and definitely armadillos are speed bumps in Texas. they just they don't move very fast. But there's a reason for them, you know. They're here for something, and I live by all the cows and all the longhorns and stuff like that out there, so that was cool. Day by Grace, yeah, that's Sister Shirley from New Jersey, Bubba. Sister Shirley, do you watch Bubba News? The Bubba News channel? All the news in one word. He liked talking about, you know, all the missiles and stuff that's going on over there. Wow. Crazy stuff, Bubba. I think this meeting this week was about Iran. Anyways, they're going in. I got a notification. If there's something about the night owl, right? It will definitely. I had to too. Yeah. Just sometimes you just gotta block it out, right? And boy, they're acting pretty puffed up, talking about their new weapons and their new dome and oh wow, new tanks, things there. Wow, they're getting puffed up. But anyways, being a night owl, I think Sister Amy, you also are one with me, right? Never fails about 11:11, 11:30 my time, Central Time. I seem to be getting news that say things like last night. Uh, Gaza was told everybody in northern Gaza to move to the right side. Love the Bubba News channel. Good. Awesome, Shirley. Okay. So you know her. Anyways, so they were told to move to the east. All right. I think Israel's going into Gaza. We already know that, right? Isn't Easter this weekend? Easter's this weekend. I got my raptor rabbit. Our raptor rabbit's in the closet over there. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. Oh, Jesus, is this going to be the last time that we have communion here on earth in remembrance of you? Happy 420. Yeah, that's it. Hitler's birthday. That's it. Oh, wow. It is, isn't it? It's not 420. It's 412. I thought it was this weekend. Resurrection weekend. Yes. According to how by Israel. Didn't you say that there was two entwining? Where's the rabbits in the closet? I didn't grab it in time. April 20th, is it? Okay. I thought it was the 13th. I thought we had talked about that already. Yeah, really, Hitler's birthday. Okay, that's crazy. So when is Easter? Well, I better take my post down out of the neighborhood app. Anyways, I was just it's next week. So the mini pink full moon, which was this morning, is till tonight up there. So you can see the micro mini pink moon, and it is in Virgo. It is here. I'll just a screenshot. Right. Every time I see something like this, with the moon by her feet, I always say, "Oh my, it's right by her feet, Lord. Are we there? Are we there, Daddy?" So it's really not until next weekend. Got to be in Libra. Well, it's National Weed Day too, right? That's what everybody puffs up, right? But it's also Hitler's birthday. That's why they got it. So it's like everybody must get stoned. The world is, anyways, right? Like there was something more in that, you know, the kill shot, and more of us know something that I don't think any of us will find out. When is Easter in 2025, April?
Easter will be on Sunday, April 20th, 2025.
My apologies. Okay. All right. Well, the raptor rabbit is snuggled up, ready for us. Okay. So it's next weekend. I do apologize. So that'll make it, all right. Well, we'll be here for the day before. But this is Last Supper, right? Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Sister Catherine. like I've been like busy as a beaver building my dam. Good to see you. So I'm excited. Yeah, we are so close. So very, very close. You can feel it, right? I can hear it calling in the air tonight. Now, Easter is coming, it says late, uh, as usual, because it's usually pretty much in March. But it's late this year for some reason. And they've got a gazillion reasons why, but okay, so Saturday night, April 12th brings us to April full moon, okay, which is a pink full moon. So next week, which normally would be Easter weekend. All right, and so next weekend would be Easter. The pink moon name is rather deceptive. Kind of looks like the rest of the world. However, because it might initially give some of the idea that on that particular night, the full moon will appear to glow with a pinkish or salmon hue. Some years ago here, when I was a young boy, blah, 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 blah. My mother dutifully took me outside to watch it. Good. Good mama. Always looking up, right? So, anyways, there's many names to it. Creeping Mountain, Pink Moss. So April's full moon, and it is late this year. Hi, Timo. I posted your photo in the community. Is that okay? But I thought it pretty ironic that Brother Tim had something to share with me today. What's really odd is I had listened to an Instagram post that actually was talking about how this pastor, and he had prophesied in December 2024 about how there was going to be a food shortage so great that there would be cobwebs on their stores and on the shelves. And I'm just saying, I'm not prophesying, this is what he said. Where there would be dust and cobwebs, and in other words, it's going to be pretty bad. And they were moving things from one store to the next in order to stock shelves and make things look okay, right? Like, okay, well, I had a drink